What's up, and welcome to another episode of Los Chingones. I'm joined today with the Mexican Ninja. What's up, man?
Orale, we are back. It's happening, I think.
Seems like it. I've been spending some time with, this last week, I spent some quality time with the kid, and I sometimes forget. So, like, we built, like, this Lego palace, and she's got, like, Elsa and all the other Frozen characters all set up, and I'm like, this is pretty cool, but you know, we kind of need a villain. She's like, oh, we should use the giant bunny rabbit. I'm like, oh, that's right, let's use the giant bunny rabbit. So I grabbed the giant bunny rabbit. I'm like, hop hop bitches, knocking over all the buildings, and then it took me half a second to remind myself, oh, did I just say hop hop bitches? And my wife was looking at me like, did you just say hop hop bitches? And my daughter was like, totally, she didn't even notice. She's like, oh no, I got away from the rabbit.
That's just what bad guys say. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a villain.
But, hey, you know what? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, recently I was playing with my kid, and I had to come to a realization that the foam swords that we get at the toy store are no longer enough because the battles have gotten pretty heated as of late. So I have to go get legitimate training swords now. She got so mad at me because she knocked my sword out of my hand, right? And of course, I'm kind of teaching her the right ninja way to do this. This wasn't a free-for-all. But she burns me, right? And so I take off my shoe and I chancla block her. Bah! But I kind of hit her on the arm or something because she's like, oh no, you hit me. I'm like, oh,
no, with the chancla of all things, that's a deadly weapon. Right? We all know how deadly that weapon is in Latino households.
And of course, I looked at her. I'm like, well, you knocked my sword out of my hand. What else was I gonna do? I'm like,
I was improvising.
Serious. I'm like, see, what did you learn today? I don't know. Take off your chancla if you have to.
You have to think on your feet.
Yeah. The fight's not over, man.
I had the chancla on my feet. I was thinking on my feet.
Exactly. So I guess we each have our moments. Taking it a step too far.
Hey, I'm just trying to treasure every second I have, okay?
Yeah. She have it down either. Remember when you chonko blocked me and it hurt? I'm like, yeah. Okay.
I know my daughter. And I know one day I'm going to be getting, even though in Japan, she goes to an international school, so they speak English. And I know one day I'm going to get that phone call. So today, your daughter was playing with the other kids, and she grabbed a bunny rabbit and said, hop, hop, bitches. It's a villain! She was just playing the part of a villain. She was improvising. She was thinking on her feet, all right? Hop, hop.
Yeah. There were lyrics to a song. I'm sorry. I'll have to change that channel next time.
Well, with that being said, let's go and move into our chingazo.
Hooray, chingazo, chingazo.
All right, welcome to this week's chingazo. I wanted to open things up with some of my internet debacles. I'm always adding people on Facebook, and I add anyone from anywhere. And I had this Indian kid send me a message, and he was like, hi. And I replied, hey. And then he replied a video of him flashing his dick. And I was like, oh, that's going to be cock blocked. And they immediately blocked him and deleted him from my Facebook.
Okay.
And then the next Indian guy, and if it sounds like I'm picking on Indian guys, I'm not, okay? I add anyone, but for some reason these Indian guys keeps adding me and hi, and like but when he said hi this time, like I was afraid he was gonna send me his dick, so now I just block Indian guys when they say hi to me.
They've got over 1 billion people, so apparently that strategy works.
So I totally understand like why some people might be a little bit scared when they share their stuff on social media, which brings us to this guy. So here's an Asian bodybuilder that I follow on my Instagram, And he's like, I won my first competition. I won the 3rd place. I am Jim Guy. Follow me if you like. I am not the gay. Thank you. And I was like, that's a little bit homophobic. But then again, I'm like, man, imagine how many Indian guys are trying to send him dick pics, dude.
I bet you the guy behind him already did. Look at the smile on his face. He's like, yeah, I friended his ass.
He's like, I am the gay.
Exactly. This guy in the other corner is like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
No, I don't want to end up with a dick pic in my inbox.
Serious. Oh, But, you got to admire a guy who's just straightforward about things and, where he's coming from.
Yeah. Hey, he just likes his muscles. That's all. He doesn't want to see your muscle. He just wants to show off his,
Yes. He's coming from 3rd place, I think, though.
Yeah.
3rd place.
Maybe he should be taking a look at some other people's muscles to get to 1st place.
Well, he's looking up at the first podium, so.
Maybe
actually, that might be about. Never mind.
Little sneak peek. All right, so let's take a look at some memes here. I only date bad guys. Look at this bad motherfucker right here. On a cell phone, drinking wine, eating a burger, drinking a drink, and smoking a cigarette. And this is pretty crazy because he's in Dublin. Dublin?
Dublin, maybe?
Dublin. He's in Dublin. That's Germany, right?
I think that's Ireland.
It's Ireland.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did he get a hamburger in Ireland? I thought they only ate potatoes.
This kind of makes sense. This kind of makes sense though, because they don't drink wine. They drink Irish whiskey. They don't eat burgers. They have corned beef. Smoking, well, whatever.
And, so he's
the cell phones.
So he's just breaking all the rules. He's like,
this almost might be like an anti-French sign.
And speaking of badasses, here's another badass right here. This dog don't give a fuck. Chasing down that rhino. Then later during the interview, yeah, I was on drugs that day.
This is like a real life version of Donkey and Dragon. This is great, dude. This is Shrek.
And the funny thing, the rhino's like, get this guy away from me.
Oh, he got him some horn later.
I'm pretty sure in the streets I've seen big homies running away from small crackheads and it looked just like this. So this is sick. I think he has a knife. He's behind me. Ah!
So do you think it was like whippets or catnip or too many, dog bones?
I think he was freebasing whippets with dog bones and catnip. Just
he made a salad, like some of our friends used to say.
And while we're on this whole badassery of badass animals, let's go to the stands to check out round 6 of a death fight between 2 rabid animals. And in this corner, we have Bugs Bunny. In the right corner, we have a Treco Bunny. And they're going at it. There they go. Pum, pum, pum. Look at that. Okay. Pop, 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 pop. Giving the chingazos.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what a chingazo is, this is it right here. Multiple, endless chingazos.
They're just boom, boom, going at it, dude. I've seen fights go like this between 2 people that don't know how to fight.
Hey. This is like when your wife and your ruka show up at the same party. And this is exactly what ends up happening.
Yeah, I know she's just back at it. Back.
Hey, Dana White, are you watching? Because this is
someone needs to get signed. Someone needs to get signed.
But
jump punch! Jump punch! That was a Superman punch. Jingly, go! Get him off the curb.
Yeah, Then the grandma bunny comes out. Hey, you get out of here
with a chancla. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here
before the cops come. Little police bunny rolls up. Seems to be the problem here, ma'am.
Comes out. Hop, 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 bitches.
Judy Hopps, fucking Zootopia rolls up on this shit.
Hop, great. Hop, bitches. Hop, hop.
In the industry, we call that a callback.
And now it's time for your psychedelic thought of the day. So, my psychedelic thought of the day. What if humans created AI a long time ago? And we've been stuck, bro, in like the cycle of going extinct through fossil fuels and being recreated by AI. Then later, we destroyed the AI and go back to the Stone Age. Oh, Stone. And create it all over again. Oh, dude.
What do you mean go back to the Stone Age? Because I don't think I ever left.
I don't think I did either, bro.
Like a Bill and Ted thing, or does it take a long time?
It's like Bill and Ted. Back. It's like Bill and Ted and that dude Neo from The Matrix.
Well, he kind of is the same guy, dude. You're killing me.
Mind blown.
You can't do a double Keanu Reeves and not warn me, bro. Like, you're talking about psychedelic. Me, man. All right, I don't know if I can let that go.
Things are afoot at the LOL Lounge.
All I know is I took the green pill, and I never got off it.
I took the yellow pill and the red pill, and it was a green pill, bro.
Kool-Aid. That's all I got. It's just
And while we're talking about weird things at weird times, here's a pretty good meme. You ever notice that in the middle of the Civil War, someone was like, you know what this country really needs right now? A delicious steak sauce. 1862. A1.
Yeah, this is probably one of those weird-ass history things where they meant it to be like some sort of medication or wound dressing, and it didn't quite work out, and then they're like...
It probably originally had heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the secret ingredient.
Yeah. Well, you know, WD-40 was supposed to be a personal lubricant. That was the intent. No, didn't quite work out. We still have it.
The birds!
Yeah. Honey, is this petroleum-based?
And now it's time for our top headlines.
Yeah.
For our first headline, scientists have made a major breakthrough. Super important, folks. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic, so we're just waiting for any good news, and we got some great news for you. Here's some silver lining in the middle of all this crap. So, scientists have won an award for giving an alligator helium and making it shout. Making the world a better place. Your tax dollars at work. I'm wondering. Oh, but you know what? I gotta give. Wait. Sorry. No. This happened in London. Don't worry, America. You can calm down. It was led by researchers from Austria and Japan. Japanese people. I knew a Japanese scientist would be involved in this. They gave an alligator helium and they made it shout. What the fuck does an alligator sound like on helium? I wish there was a video. I think it'd be something like, ha! Ha!
So this is what happened to the scientists that were not commissioned to come up with a corona vaccine, because apparently if you're on the B team, you got nothing but left to do.
I'm sure that's how they ended up on the B team. Okay. And they had like everyone sat down with the top scientists. Does anybody have any ideas what we're gonna do about this? One guy's like, give helium to an alligator? B team.
Yeah.
B team.
Let's exactly. Yeah, it was part of the interview process. Okay. you had an alligator and a bunch of helium. What do you do?
And then the other scientist. So that was the Austrian scientist who said, "Give an alligator helium," and then the other guy's like, "See, and he's like, "Can alligators talk?" And they both looked at each other like,
you know, the Russian scientist was in on that too. What if we get them fucked up? It's okay. He might dance.
And if he dies, he dies.
Yeah. Thank you, Dolph. Thank you.
And here's some other breakthroughs. Food lovers are desperate to try white Nutella after blogger shows off his jar. I don't think that's Nutella.
There might be some nut in there.
Oh,
sure there's definitely no Ella.
But he finally admitted to it too. Like he said, "Okay, all right, I admit it. It's not really Nutella. Someone sent it to me." And then he tried to play it off, saying that they shared they said that, let's just take a look at the picture, blah blah blah. Oh yeah. Then he says that another company sent it to him. A tasty treat was sent to him by a fellow Instagrammer known as the Snack Controller, and they went through a deal where they replicate the iconic logo, but they still don't mention how they made it white. But I think I know.
Yeah, the Snack Controller sounds like the worst villain on the planet. Like, I am the Snack Controller.
I am the Snack Controller. Here's some white Nutella.
Your fruit by the foot will be mine. You know, I bet his dogs really like white Nutella too.
And speaking of supervillains, here's a very menacing one. In Germany, cops, thief left behind unexpected clue. Police in Germany say they had an easy time tracking down a petty thief because he forgot his own son at the scene of the crime. So apparently, the police said that a 29-year-old suspect ran off with $5.65 worth of goods. He was trying to steal. It triggered an alarm, and he forgot his 8-year-old son.
Jeez, wait. Are you sure this is Germany and not Georgia?
And then the kid led him back to the dad.
Well,
that's my daddy right there. That's him. That's him. He left me.
Oh, dude. I got to hand it to the kid because you know how many times I've told my kid, stay where you're at when I'm shopping? So it's like, all right.
Dad runs off. He says, stay.
But Daddy, you promised me the candy bar.
He says to stay, I stay.
Yeah, he told me to stay. It's okay, that's what I do. Sometimes I dance, sometimes I sing. Today I stay.
Today I stay and tell police where Daddy went. That's ratting on your own dad is a very German thing to do.
Especially if he's hidden in Argentina.
And that wraps up this week's Chingazo.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for Los Chingones. Whoosh. So we started today's episode talking about sword fighting. You were saying, you're teaching your daughter how to do the art of whacking each other with sticks. And it just reminded me of the time that I called you up to have a bamboo sword showdown at the park. And it was like me and you. And then like there was a third person. Who was there?
I think it was my girlfriend at the time. She was whatever.
Yeah, and I was wondering, is she going to be cool with this, man? Like, she's not going to be like weirded out that she's going to be with this guy at 2:00 in the afternoon on a lunch break.
Exactly.
for a showdown.
It totally was. There's like midday showdowns and it's complete random and unnecessary violence.
But me and that bamboo sword had some history. Like I had it since I was like 13 or 14, and I remember like me and my cousin, we were allegedly drinking when we were 14. Some Bacardi, and my dad specifically told us allegedly, do not leave the house. Okay, do not leave the house. You stay in the house. So he does that 3 or 4 times before he went to sleep, and then when he fell asleep, 8 shots deep. Let's go for a walk. And my cousin's like, well, we probably shouldn't go out there unarmed. So I grabbed the bamboo sword and stuck it down the back of my shirt. Walking down the streets, gang-infested streets with a bamboo sword, drunk as fuck.
Well, I mean, it worked when you were 8 years old. Why wouldn't it work now, right?
So, like, I remember on the way back, well, I should say I don't remember. I remember, like, we talked to a lot of people, different gangsters in the neighborhood, because like, hey, Holmes, what you got, man? And I'm like, yeah, I got a bamboo sword. Like, we've never seen a bamboo sword before, homie. Let me see that. So no violence. Everything was cool. But all I know is that towards the end of it, my legs felt like lead. And like I was at one point, I'm like holding my cousin David, dragging him, like he's just like, sack of potatoes, passed out, and I'm like trying to pull him, and finally, like I feel like, oh man, I'm so tired, and I'm like, oh shit, and like my vision starts to go, and I'm like, oh fuck, I have to get home right now, or I'm gonna be passed out on the street or on the side of the street. So like at one point, I bailed on my cousin. And I'm just like trying to get home, and like I keep falling over, and like I remember like my vision would be like, "Whoo, pew!" TV turned off, and then like, boom, reboot. I get back up, like, no, I gotta make it. I'm using my bamboo sword as a cane at this point. I'm like, come on, just a few more steps till I get home. My dad said, "Don't leave the house. I don't want to leave any evidence."
It probably felt like you left David far behind, but it was only just like in the corner of the yard, and you're like, no.
It turns out David crawled to the other side of my house, and our neighbor found him in a cross-legged position, just and so he picked him up and put him in our hammock. So the next, I wake up in the morning, like, oh fuck, David, and I opened the door, and he's in our hammock in the same cross-legged position, just passed out like this. Very zen.
Oh, dude. Yeah, those bamboo swords saw a lot of action. We had some battle royales at your place. I remember like a 3 or 4 man free-for-all. It was intense. Oh, dude.
Good times. We were sober then, but yeah, good times. Actually, were we? No, we weren't. No, we weren't.
I think we got started.
I'm pretty sure that I'm
finished.
I'm pretty sure we
did
a power lunch beforehand, and then we finished off afterwards. Yeah. Yep, that's what she said.
The good old power lunch.
So that wraps up another episodio fabuloso of Los Chingones. As usual, we'll try to release at least one of these a month, either one of these or a chingazo. I'm trying to work on both, but at least something will come out once a month. So thank you very much, and please subscribe to our channel. Catch you all later.